Today on Tracey's Basement, Civil War. Hey everyone, welcome back to Tracey's Basement. Welcome to my channel if you have never been here before. And guys, we are getting down to the wire. It is almost time for Captain America Civil War. I am super excited for this movie. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe ever since Iron Man. I've just been in love with the whole thing. Avengers is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I'm super excited for this movie. I know some of you guys in different countries have already seen it. I have seen reviews popping up on YouTube, and it has been driving me nuts because I desperately want to see this movie. So while we're building up to it, waiting to actually go and get to see the damn movie, I have a whole slew of Civil War pops to show you guys today. Okay, so I have 12 pops altogether for this haul because I've been kind of saving them up so I could show you all the Civil War stuff at once. I have already previously showed you the Battle Pose GameStop exclusive Captain America, and I did show you the 2-pack from the Collector Core, but these are the rest of the pops. Some of them are so awesome. They're all great, but some of them are super awesome, so I'm excited to show them to you today. Let's get right into it. So the first one I'm going to show you is the number 125 Captain America, and as I said, I already showed you the Battle Pose GameStop exclusive, as well as the one that comes in the 2-pack and Collector Core. This is the third option. It was the first option, and it is the plainest of the three options, but still not bad, and let's take a look at it. So this is the basic Captain America from the Civil War line. He is, of course, very, very similar to the other two, except that he's in your basic standing pose. There's a lot of detail on these pops, for sure. In the uniform, there's all kinds of little intricate details, just different straps and elbow pads, knee pads, lots of banding on the gloves. Just lots of cool little details. I love the starburst on his chest. Like, it's not just a star, it also bursts outwards. They're red and white, the belt and everything. His helmet is super cool. I love the chin strap and everything. Just straight out of the movies. Super awesome. This particular pop, he has his shield on his back, whereas the other two versions he is holding it. And the shield does come off, just like all the other versions. I'm not sure why you would want to take it off, because then you've got holes in his back, and what are you going to do with the shield? But just thought I'd point that out. It does actually come off like the other versions. So there you go. Again, this is the plainest version of Cap, because the other two, he's kind of in different poses, he's holding his shield up and that kind of thing, but just as detailed and true to the movies as ever. I do think it's a little bit silly that they felt the need to make 3 different versions of Cap for this one movie, but then again, I bought all 3, so I can't really say that much, can I? And on the other side of the war, we have the number 126 basic Iron Man for this line. Iron Man is another character that I'm getting into having an awful lot of versions of, but they're such cool molds. And I love Iron Man. He's awesome. Let's take a look. Yeah, so I love the molds that they do for the Iron Man pops. They're so well done. You can see like all the individual plates of armor. There's bits and pieces that look like they would move, bolts and rivets, and just such a good job. It looks so nice and robotic and shiny and metallic and a beautiful paint job. This is just too awesome. I love it. As with the Captain America one I just showed you, this is the plainest version of Iron Man for Civil War, but still pretty amazing, pretty well done. I can't get over the molds for Iron Man. They're just perfect. 2 thumbs up. Next, why don't we take a look at one of the ladies? This is the number 131 Agent 13, and she is one of the plainer pops in the line, but she's got a pretty cool pose and some cute little details. So she's standing in this kind of sideways, battle-ready position, body off to the side, head forward, 2 fists up holding her batons. She is ready to kick ass, and that's awesome. I love the pose. I'm super happy that they've got this little base on her, because otherwise I'm sure she would not stand up properly. There's not a lot of detail on her because she's not wearing like a superhero uniform or anything like that, but there's a fair little bit of detail in her outfit. Her vest is like quilted. You can see the little quilt lines. Her boots are awesome. You can see they've got like straps with buckles, little silver buckles on them. I love her boots. I want her boots. They're super cool. And like I said, not a huge amount of detail because she's basically wearing plain clothes, but I love the battle pose that they've got her in. That's awesome. So glad that they don't just have her in basic standing looking pretty pose. She is ready to fight, and that's pretty cool. Next we have the number 129 Winter Soldier, and he is looking angry and ready to blow somebody away. I feel like they did a really good job on this pop. Right off the bat, they've got the kind of messy, almost greasy looking hairstyle on him. Very spot on. He's got the military style outfit with lots of belts and straps and tons of detail. He's got like the straps around his torso. Really, really just, it looks military. It's really cool. It's mostly black, so I'm sure most of the details aren't really showing up on camera, but trust me, it's super cool. His arm is extremely well done, lots of little metallic details. Love the red star there. Showstopper is the gun. That is one of the coolest guns I've seen on a pop yet. There is just a ton of detail in that, and he is holding it looking like he's ready to kill someone. I love the grumpy eyebrows, I love the hair, I love the outfit, I love the arm, I love the gun. This is an awesome pop. That was Cap's buddy, so let's show Iron Man's. This is the number 128 War Machine. So at first glance, you'd almost think that this is a basic Iron Man mold with a few tweaks and a different paint job, but it is actually way different. If you stand them next to each other, you can see lots of differences in the details. The helmet actually has a fair bit of difference. His overall body has a lot of extra bits on it, particularly these guns that are attached to his wrists. There's a lot of extra bits on the back there as well. And he is holding his crazy sword-like weapon that I am super excited to see him use. All in all, it looks similar to Iron Man, but it is actually quite different, and there's lots of details, and I love the chrome steel kind of look to him. He is a really awesome pop, and he's going to look super awesome standing next to Iron Man, my first War Machine, so I'm really excited to get this guy. He's super cool. Let's move on to another one of the ladies. It is the number 132 Black Widow. So the first thing I actually notice about her is her hair, because throughout the incarnations of pops of Black Widow, her hair has slowly gotten much better, and I think they've pretty much nailed it now. It actually looks like her hair. Thank goodness. The second thing I notice is another little stand. Thank God for these little stands, because the female characters have a hard time standing up sometimes. And the third thing I notice is that she is also in battle pose, ready to fight, and that's awesome. I much prefer poses like this to them just standing straight up. And she's got the fists up, ready to kick ass. The outfit is similar to what she's wearing in other pops. Your basic gray with the zipper, the belts, the boots, but all very nicely done, very nicely detailed. She is such a cool character, and I love her, and she is just ready to fight, and I love that. I love this pop. Very nicely done. I want her boots as well. Next we have a character that I can't wait to see in the movie. This is the number 130 Black Panther. So the first thing I have to say is that I'm surprised they didn't make a battle pose of this guy. They do have the unmasked version of him and the glitter uniform version of him that are exclusives, but all of them are in this same basic pose. So I'm really surprised they didn't make some kind of, even if he just had his hands up, but they're all your basic standing pose, so that's a little bit disappointing. That said, very cool pop. At first glance, he's mostly black, but there's a huge amount of detail in the uniform. Lots of texture and everything. I love the spiky silver around his neck, around his wrists. The helmet is awesome. Look at the detail. I love how there's like the muzzle. He's kind of grumpy looking. Very angry. Love the ears. This is a very cool pop considering he has one of the plainer uniforms, mostly black. But they did a really good job. It's got kind of that military grade feel to it. I really like it. I'm so excited to see this guy in the movie. So excited. We've got one more lady character. It is the number 133 Scarlet Witch. And her pose isn't nearly as interesting as the other two ladies, but still, at least she's not just standing there with her arms hanging down. Again, a little stand. Thank you, Funko. So she's, again, not in the most interesting of poses, but she does have her hands up ready to kick some ass. So that's great. At least she's not in that basic pose. I love her outfit, even though it's very basic, plain day clothes. I love her long coat. She's got the necklace on. You can see the shirt underneath. She's got some pretty awesome boots, too. I gotta steal all the Marvel ladies' boots. She's got some black nail polish on, the fingerless gloves. All in all, she's definitely the least interesting character of the whole line. But she is pretty cool. One thing I will note, on the box, it shows that she has, the dark shadow around her eyes, but they don't seem to have bothered to put that on the pop. However, on one eye here, you can just see the faintest bit of a shadow, and I kind of wonder if they didn't paint it on, but then paint the face tone over top of it, and thus cancel it out. I don't know. But it's on the box, so I would have liked to see it on the pop as well. Would have made her just that little bit more interesting. She's still pretty cool, though. Moving on, we've got a really cool looking pop here. It is the number 134 Crossbones. This guy is awesome. So at first glance, all I can see is the paint job. The paint job is so cool. Just look at his face. Just that splash of white that's like spray paint or, just a splash of color. The X across the front. Just so cool. I really, 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 really like the paint job. But then you go deeper and there's lots of details. You can see his messed up face underneath there. You can see all these belts and ammo packs and just all this kind of stuff on his body. The real showstopper are the two bits of gear on his arms. I don't even know what to call them exactly. They look like battering rams, and there's belts wrapped around parts. You can see pistons, you can see bolts. It looks like some nasty business, and the bottom part looks like meat tenderizers, which is probably what he's going to do with them, is tenderize some meat. It looks really nasty. Looks amazing. I love it. This is an extremely well done pop. I love the amount of details. This guy is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I love him. I can't get over the paint. That's so cool. I love it. I have a second Iron Man to show you. It is a Hot Topic exclusive number 136 Iron Man with the mask up. And I'm not going to say too much about this guy because the entirety of the body and about 2/3 of the helmet are identical to the other Iron Man. But what's special about it is that the mask part is coming up. You can see Tony Stark underneath, and it's a pretty cool idea for an exclusive. They did a half-decent job. The mask actually looks like it is this separate piece lifting up. You got Tony underneath there. Pretty awesome. His mustache bothers me a little bit because they didn't quite fully paint it in. But it is a pretty cool idea for an exclusive. I like it a lot. Not too bad at all. Personally, though, I definitely prefer the dynamic pose that came with the Marvel Collector. This next one I was originally going to save for last, but he is not, in my opinion, the best pop of the line, so I'm going to do him now. It is the 6-inch, number 135 Giant Man. So although I just said that I don't think he is the best pop of the line, I do think this is a pretty cool pop. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed in him because he's basically the Ant-Man pop blown up, but that's also kind of logical, for obvious reasons. I think he's pretty cool. He is basically Ant-Man blown up, but he's awesome. You can see a lot more of the details because he's so much bigger. And I just love the Ant-Man mold in general. I love the red visor eyes so that you can see his head underneath. He has such a cool helmet. Tons of details on the uniform. This is awesome. I love him. I don't know what to say. I know a lot of people really didn't like him all that much. Didn't think there was much point to him. But I thought he was awesome, and I am super excited to see Giant Man in Civil War. Right? Right. And this is the one that I saved for last because I personally think that it is the coolest one in the Civil War line. It is the Hot Topic exclusive number 127 Falcon. You guys, this pop is awesome. Right off the bat, I love the pose. He's kind of hovering above the ground with the wings spread out. That is so cool. I am super happy with the pose. The pose is awesome. Like the rest of the superheroes, his outfit is super detailed. Tons of little design pieces in there. Very well painted. I love the wings. You can see the pack on his back. Lots of detail on that. Lots of detail on the wings themselves. Nicely spread out. There's a few paint smudges on them, but I can handle it because he is such a cool pop. I love him. I love the goggles, similar to the Ant-Man ones where you can see the eyes underneath. That's super cool. Love his little goatee. That's awesome. I do personally think that this is probably the most well done of the entire pop line for Civil War. Probably pretty close to the dynamic Iron Man that came in Collector Corps, but I am still calling this one the best. I love this Falcon pop. This is so awesome. So well done. I can't say enough about the pose. It's perfect. His head is a little bit jacked off to the side on me. I'm gonna have to play with that a bit. I don't know what happened to him. He's a bit sideways. But I'll fix it, and this will be an extremely welcome member of the collection. I just love him. I think he's amazingly well done. And I know a lot of people agree with me, so I'm not crazy. And there you go, 12 Civil War pops to add to the 3 that I had already collected previously. I think that'll do me a little bit longer until the movie comes out in Canada. What do you guys think? I am super excited for this movie. I know you guys probably are too, so let me know how you're feeling about this movie almost being available in North America. Which team are you on? Team Iron Man all the way. Totally. I'm always on Tony Stark's side. If you have actually seen the movie already because you live in another country, feel free to let me know what you thought of it, but no spoilers please. Let's all be civil here. Civil War, civil. That may have been a poor choice of words. But yeah, no spoilers please everybody. Let everybody have a chance to actually see and enjoy the movie. Please and thank you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that Civil War pop haul. Please let me know what you thought of it. What are your favorite pops in the line? I'd love to hear from you guys. If you've enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Tracey's Basement. Those links are in the description box below. And of course, guys, as always, keep coming back for more of Tracey's Basement. Bye! And this is the part where you guys can give me some love. If you liked the video and you want to watch some more, here are some of the more recent ones. And if you enjoyed the channel, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe right below. Please keep coming back for more videos. Bye!